Dan and Mike's daily blog for this. What is today? This will be Wednesday, isn't it?
Wednesday.
Had
First day of June.
had the opportunity to read the Sports Illustrated article that came out. Jeff Dorman throws a lot of allegations out there. You've had a chance to see some of it. I had not only time to read it for myself, but took some time to read it for my wife last night. She said, "I want to hear the whole story. Tell me everything." So about a half hour later, the story was told. There's a lot of heavy allegations out there regarding cars, the mention of marijuana, the mention of this happening not only at Ohio State, but at also Youngstown State. This appears to be somewhat of a trait of Jim Tressel, kind of turning an eye away from some of the things that are going on.
You know, we talked a little bit about this on yesterday morning's show, that as much as, and I still do like Jim Tressel, I think at heart he's a good guy, but we all know good people that have weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, and sometimes, you know, we've come across people that their weakness is they just can't make their kids do you know, the right things sometimes. If they're pushed on it, they have a tendency to turn away or turn a blind eye. And I don't want to believe that to be the case, but as the evidence continues to mount, it seems like if Coach Tressel had a Achilles heel, it might have been telling the kids no sometimes.
If only there were a rule of, how about no tattoos?
You know, I thought of that.
You know, if you just, I don't know how many players I've seen that aren't tattooed anymore.
Right.
And the NBA had it really bad. It got to a point where they looked like, you know, just a bunch of thugs out there. But now it seems to be the thing, even at the high school level. I gotta have a tattoo. Even the girls in sports.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel had a special last night before the NBA playoffs, and he did a bit on tattoos.
Oh, is that
and
right?
I thought, okay, is this going to be about Ohio State? But it was just about the NBA players, and it was really kind of funny. But I guess it's like anything else in fashion. Everybody's got to look like everyone else, and I guess I'm the guy that just, I don't care how I look.
We are tattoo free. Don't show that. I put that away. We are tattoo free, but I'm going to be honest with you. When I was a kid, I had an uncle who told me, he says, who had tattoos on his forearms from his days in the Navy in World War II, and he said, "Son, do yourself a favor. Never get tattoos." And he had this really cool naked lady on this forearm. This is Uncle Wayne, by the way. And I'm looking at this, and she kind of sagged a little bit as he got older. I thought about that later in life and decided not to get a tattoo.
I guess looking at Popeye's anchor, that's all the tattoo I needed to see. And why do you have it on your arm there?
Or the battleship on the chest, that kind of thing. Well, we know that it's far more than tattoos, but we're now hearing about the allegations of how many cars they might be driving, what the deals were. We happened to even point out yesterday, the Columbus Dispatch sports section, this would have been Tuesday's edition. If you looked at the front page and then turn it around on the back, Jack Maxton, full-page ad on the back of the Dispatch, that's the car dealer that they're talking about.
Right.
The irony there.
And one of the car salesman in question, he has a sworn affidavit that he claims that I never gave an Ohio State player any deal that I wouldn't have given any other customer. Now that's an affidavit. That's a legal document. So if he's lying, then he's going to be facing some charges. So when somebody is willing to stick their neck out legally like that, does that take some of the sting away from the criticism or what's being written? I don't know. I think this is going to take a long time to flush out.
The SI article, the biggest problems I've had with it, and I understand protecting your sources, but what were there, 4 people that asked not to be named because they still have ties with the Ohio State program? You have convicted felons. You have one guy who was in jail. He says, "What do I have to hide?" You know, that kind of deal. And then a pseudonym for one of the other people who wanted to be known as a different name for fear of what might happen to them.
Was that Brutus, by the way?
No.
That's why he's hiding behind the costume.
Yeah, it might be. You may be the safest person out there right now is Brutus Buckeyes. So we don't know what's ahead for this. We do know that it's a continuing story. We'll try not to beat it to death for you, but certainly people are going to be talking about this for a long time, especially right up to Ohio State football.
For sure.
All right. We'll be back again tomorrow with another daily blog on Dan and Mike.